This is real ads that clinics are running right now in real time. Landing pages they're using that are all legit, are all there and it's all public. You can go through it as well. It's called Facebook ad libraries, what we're going through. If you want, you can go look at it as well. And we know that a lot of clinics copy each other and the marketing they do, the ads they do. So we're hoping that maybe you're doing something similar and you can learn from it, or maybe you were thinking about doing something or you want help with something, and maybe we're going to address some of it here. That's our hope. We love doing this though. Okay, let's continue.
Hi.
Okay, right off the bat, this is AI, but let's watch it and let's see where it goes.
Hi, this is Dr. Manny. The year's almost over. Make sure you use your work benefits before they expire. At Thriive Wellness, we're helping you get rid of body aches and pain so you can feel your best before the year ends. Whether you need chiropractic, physiotherapy, or massage therapy, our team is here to help you move better and feel better. We are offering $69 new patient special, which includes your first assessment and treatment. We directly bill to all major insurance companies, and we're conveniently located in downtown Guelph. And remember, when it comes to work benefits, if you don't use it, you lose it. Click the link below to request an appointment.
All right, Andrew. What are we
Okay, so all right. So this is obviously very AI, and it's not the greatest either, but I'm not going to lie, the copy is really good on this ad. Like, I was gonna say this actually for the other one. I forgot Dr. Dalawal or
When you
something.
say the
That lady,
copy, you mean like what the script or what,
the
or what they're
script, like
saying?
the script is really good.
Okay.
I liked when he talked about the benefits and showed them all, because that's something that that's probably one of the biggest questions is, will my benefits work at your clinic? Because if I'm working or something and I say, hey, I have this benefit, and it pops up on that screen, I can be like, perfect, that answers my question instantly, which is a great thing. I think that's also something good to put on a landing page, but
It
there's
does
better
technically, to
AI.
be fair, I will say it does depend sometimes on the actual, the kind of plan they have. But for the most part, yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, it talks about it shows exactly where it is, everything. Like, I mean, the ad captures a lot of that. I'm not sure. Go back to the hook. I don't remember it at all.
Hi, this is Dr. Manny. The year's almost over. Make sure you use your work.
That's the hook.
The year's almost over. Use your work
Well,
benefits
I would say
before that.
I'd say the hook is "Hi, I'm Dr. Ma." I'll give my thoughts on this ad. I'm actually not a fan of this ad. I don't think this ad's gonna do very well. Um, Not only like if it's pretty obvious that this is AI. You can't
Hi,
start it
this is
off by
Dr. Manny.
like saying, "Hi, this is Dr. Manny," when it's like pretty obvious that this is not even a real person. That sort of makes you lose
Well, I think
credibility.
it
Year's
is a
almost
real
over.
person.
But it's AI though. It's hard
Yeah.
to say, "Hey, this is doctor," like as if you're trying to say that you are real, but like you're clearly not real.
Hi, this is Dr. Manny.
However, the
Year's
AI
almost.
video is actually not too bad. It's I've definitely seen worse AI videos than this
This is
one.
Dr. Manny. The year's
Um,
almost over. Make sure you use your work benefits before they expire. At Thriive Wellness,
like
Like, that's what I was, like, not liking. It's, like, 8-second clips pretty much, and it always just loops the same thing. That's not great.
Yeah, well,
Like, you can
what I would say is, okay, if you're a clinic, let's say you're this clinic. What is the clinic's name? Thrive, I think. Yeah,
yeah, Thrive.
Thrive. What are you looking for? Are you looking for someone that's gonna come in one time before the year ends and get a massage? Is that what you're trying to get? If that's what you're trying to get, then this ad would work well. But if you're trying to get people that are gonna come in long term for s- for 6 months, um, then, this is not 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, whatever it is. This is not gonna get you there. Like, this is you're specifically calling out people that aren't thinking like that. You're specifically saying, "Hey, come one time, come maybe twice if you have the time for it to get a massage." And I know because, we've worked with clinics, that's not what clinics are trying to get. They're trying to get patients that make them the most amount of money by going there for the longest amount of time. They require the most amount of help and they're very niche down. For example, maybe it's senior mobility, pregnancy, maybe it's acupuncture for blank people, whatever it is, they're trying to specifically get there. And this is not doing that. You're trying to just say to someone, hey, come in one time, and use your work benefits for a massage, which I know for a clinic is not really gonna move the needle that much. Not only that, but I don't think the hook is really poor. The year's almost over, so you should use your work benefits before they expire. Like, why don't you talk about who is coming to your clinic? Not like, hey, you should use your work like, this ad is based around a topic that should kind of be thrown in somewhere in the middle of the ad as like a bonus. Like, talk about, hey, if you are, instead of saying if you haven't used your work benefits, hey, if you're a senior dealing with mobility issues and you want help, you want to feel young again, you want to get back to being able to walk up the stairs, visit with your grandkids, play sports with them, get active, go on walks, then you should come in before the year ends. You can probably use some of your work benefits and you can go and get a massage from us, which will drastically improve how your body feels when you're waking up in the morning. Notice how I changed it to talk about a specific person and what their problem was, and then get them to the solution. I didn't just say, hey, if you have work benefits you haven't used in, you can use them here. It's just not the end goal of doing an ad like that is not going to produce clients or patients that you actually want. It's going to produce tire kickers. It's going to produce one timers. And I don't
Yeah.
even think it's going to produce that many people, because if someone has work benefits that they haven't used, this ad is not going to make them think, dang, I should go here and use my work benefits, because you're not even talking about who it's for. You're just saying, hey, you can use your work benefits here. So yeah, not a fan of this ad. Not only that, but a lot of people are very busy during the month of December. So to try and get someone that doesn't have that big of a problem and just say, hey, you should come for a massage if you have time, it's going to be hard to do in the month of December because of how busy people are, compared to if someone has a real problem where they have chronic pain or something like that, and you're saying, and they want it dealt with as quick as possible. Now there's urgency there. This doesn't create urgency. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah. No, I like what you said about the tire kickers and also, yeah, like tire kickers, no shows. Like, there's gonna be a lot of that when you do it this way
Yeah, yeah, you're sort of asking for it.
for the worst possible audience.
Yeah,
But we're
you're
gonna see that a lot in these ads because that's just really what people think is going to work this time of year, because clinics are like all in that mindset of like, oh, December and June, I think, are like the best times of the year because people have to use their benefits. So we should advertise to that. But that's going to get you very short-term clients.
yeah, yeah,
So,
like someone who had okay, if really quick, and this can be almost a short topic because this is actually a good topic, but what motivates people to make a decision, not when you're actually there in person, but when they see an ad, when they see a landing page, what motivates them to make a decision? It's because they have a problem that is serious to them. Maybe it's hormonal issues, maybe it's chronic pain, maybe they have an injury, a shoulder injury, maybe they have pregnancy pain, hip aches that are constant. Maybe they are afraid of falling. They're old and they can't, they want to be independent. Maybe they want to lose weight, figure out how to eat healthy, stay healthy, feel healthy. If that problem to someone is a big enough problem when they're thinking, okay, listen, I know I want this solved, and I've tried solving it before. I haven't fully solved it. I want to figure out a place I can go to where I think I have a chance at long-term relief. That's what's going to motivate their decision. What's not motivating their decision is a price. This is not gonna motivate people to do something. What's not gonna motivate people to do something is saying, "Hey, you can use your work benefits and you can come here and do that with it." That's not gonna motivate them. What's gonna motivate them is them having a problem. If you can express somebody's problem better than they can express it to you, excuse me, if you can, like, for example, back pain, and you can talk through what it means to have back pain, that's you're gonna have a much higher chance of selling that person than you will selling a person off of, "Hey, if you have work benefits, you can come here and get a massage." Like, this is not, or a you can get a chiropractic session. Yeah, anyways, that's what motivates decisions. Now, landing page, Andrew, what are your first thoughts on landing page here?
Yeah, do you want solution?
Okay, but
Yeah, I mean,
hold on. I need to say something really quick. This should be at the top. They should swap these headlines immediately. And Andrew, do you agree with that when I say that?
yeah, like, yeah, that's actually addressing their pain point like you were just talking about, but yeah. And also, I don't know why you have a timer, like, isn't like a drop shipping store, but, I mean, whatever, I guess it creates some sort of urgency. But, also, I don't know where this is, I'm pretty sure it's gotta be somewhere in
Baker
Canada.
Street, Ontario. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know about in Ontario, but $200 for one chiropractic session, like, that's already really high. I don't even know if that's actually what they charge or if they're just trying to make a very expensive upsell so that it seems like a
I
lot of
I
value, but
I will say I've seen this a lot. Not to offer $200 first time sessions, but it's very common to say that the first session is quote unquote $200 or $250 and then give a huge discount and say, oh, it's actually only $50 or $60 or $100 or something like that. That is very common.
no, I realize that. I'm just saying, like, then people are realizing like, what you're doing here is they see, "Okay, so my first one is $70, but then they're going to see their second one is 200, so you might have just a lot of people just going once and then not wanting to come back because they just wanna go for a deal. And then at that point, you're getting bad customers, like we were talking about earlier. But, I mean, the design looks good, but yeah, just swap that copy quickly, and that's something that would help, like, a lot just right off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Yeah, I think I've already gone through it. I mean, I think this is just so, by the way, we can because we're in the space, we can sort of tell that this is an agency that's done this. I highly doubt that this is the actual clinic that's, made that ad and done this landing page. This is almost definitely a marketing agency. And if you're Thrive and you're listening to this, I think we can do it, and I'm not just saying this, but I think that there's so many things that could be done here that would make more sense for you, and especially, like I said, to target the right kind of people that come in, um, the people that you really want to come in. If you're trying to get people with back pain, why are you not talking about people that have back pain and figuring out, okay, what kind of age is that? What is the problem? Like, tossing and turning a knife. Why is this not in the ad? Why is it not at the top? It's at the bottom. We then mentioned back pain. Well, that's the whole reason why someone would even come there in the first place. They're not coming there because they're insured or because they have insurance or they haven't done their work benefits. It's because they have a problem that they want to be solved. The work benefits thing is just, and the price thing as well. I agree. Like, I don't like this because I think it's so, this doesn't motivate people seeing the 200 discounted for 769. I don't know why they chose 69 too. That's an odd number, but it just doesn't motivate people seeing that. Like, yeah. Anyways, I won't go on this for too long. I'm gonna rate this out of 10, both the ad and the landing page. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10, mostly because the ad, I think, drags it down a lot. I think in fact, I'm between a 4 and a 5 just because I think the ad drags it down a huge amount. And this isn't, you're not even getting the people you want to get from this. But yeah, between a 4 and a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say about a 5 on this one.